Hi, this is Robin Preiss Glasser here in my California studio. What I love about being a book illustrator is that I get to wear so many hats to tell the story. I am the casting director, the director, costume designer, scenic designer, choreographer, and prop master of every drama. The only thing I don't have to do is write the thing. But when Random House and American Ballet Theatre approached me about doing a ballet story, I realized I could pull from my own experience of having been a professional dancer until I was 30. In my teens, I was even in an apprentice-type program at American Ballet Theatre, or ABT, and could tell an insider story. Although I always draw on my own life for inspiration for my illustrations, after 26 years in the business, this is my first book where the story is so intimately my own. To help me write the word part, I turned to my sister, Jacqueline Preiss Weitzman, my collaborator on many books, starting with You Can't Take a Balloon into the Metropolitan Museum. And together we remembered what those early days were like, how they felt, what was magical about them, and what themes we wanted to share with young readers. When I was at the ABT school in the 70s, Baryshnikov had just defected and joined ABT, and we'd pass him in the hallways, and we could watch them all in rehearsal. Our group even got to be in ABT performances on the Metropolitan Opera House stage as the background characters in the big ballets like Swan Lake, Giselle, and Don Quixote, and could learn from the ballet stars from just a few feet away. It was inspiring, but we could also see their sweat and hear their grunts and see their mistakes and knew how hard the work was to get to this rarefied place. In our story, Gloria's Promise, we give our main character Gloria that VIP pass into the ABT studios, where she can peek into the room where it happens, and she longs to be there like I had. She sees a costume fitting, piles of point shoes and tutus in storerooms, and even the company rehearsing. But to stay there, she must first audition and get into the ABT school. She is competing with children from all over the world, and that is frankly terrifying when one is so young. Most of my books have been more cartoony, but I felt this one needed to be more realistic. Dancers work every day to perfect the positioning of every part of their bodies, and it was important for me to honor this art form and get it just right. I redrew the characters hundreds of times to get the anatomy, positioning, and likenesses of the dancers correct, and in as few lines as possible to get that sense of movement. Gloria's Promise is told from Gloria's perspective, with the word promise having the double meaning of talent and also the commitment she needs to make to the work in order to realize her talent. The last line in the book, rather than the end, is, "And now it all begins," because as the book ends, Gloria is just beginning the long road ahead to becoming a dancer.